Are you ready to be the best that you can be? Join hybrid business coach and consultant Charity Brown and her guest as they give you behind-the-scenes access to the insider tips and tricks that will help you take your business to the next level. Charity has an extraordinary approach to boosting businesses to break out of their modes, influence their industries, and become leaders of their packs. And she's ready to pass this inspiring knowledge on to you today. Learn how to change your game and build your business into what you've always dreamed of, right here on the Create Clarity with Charity podcast.
Hello, and welcome to Create Clarity with Charity. I am so excited you're here. And today we have an amazing guest. We have Arshad Lasi, the owner of Nirvana Cannabis Dispensary in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And he's featured in a lot of the upcoming cannabis news. So let's welcome Arshad. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me. Excited to be here.
That's awesome to hear, Arshad. I know that you're busting knuckles up there in the warehouse today, stacking them pounds, right?
Yeah, that's how it is.
Okay. Yeah, we know you're not playing. So let's get down to business. I know you don't got a lot of time. You got a lot of things going on. So, most of my audience are really interested in knowing what the real deal is about the cannabis industry. They really want to know about, the inside information that you as an entrepreneur may have to help them get started, and maybe even tips and tricks of being able to get in the business. Because your story is really monumental. Being 22-year-old, young entrepreneur that's really making it happen. Y'all got over 20 locations, right? You got six smoke shops, 6 dispensaries, 4 manufacturing centers, and 2 distribution centers. I mean, you are blowing it up. So we want to know about you. Let us in on what you're doing and, what the audience needs to know.
Sure. Yeah. We're excited and we're blessed to be here. We got started in this industry about 3 years ago, and we're a family-owned business. When I say we, I mean me and my parents. And 3 years ago, we started with 1 dispensary in Tulsa, and now we've been really excited and blessed that we're able to spread and expand. And now we have quite the reach here in Oklahoma, and we've built our business in a very interesting fashion in the last 3 years, just by brick by brick and expanding slowly. But we're glad we're here today.
Yeah, and I'm sure a lot of people are really glad you are too. You're in the business of helping people with pain management and helping alleviate the stress and burden sometimes that we can't get with traditional medicine. It's easier to go back to the natural stuff, the CBD and the THC, and the cannabis is an amazing plant. So I love what you're doing, and I know the audience is really in support of all that. So but what's really amazing is at such a young age, you're a young business owner, you're like neck deep in it. You're not playing. You're there every day. You're making sure your 150 employees get paid. You're making sure, the product's on the shelf, and, bringing the product to the marketplace in a way that is, no longer illegal. So we love that. So tell us about your start. I know that you're pretty young, your first business. You always kind of had that entrepreneurial drive, even in high school and college. Let's talk to some of the younger entrepreneurs out there that might be wanting to really level up and kind of be where you're at, even at yet a young age. Tell us about your entrepreneurial fire and what really kept you going, and the things that you did to kind of get you where you are.
Well, I come from a family of entrepreneurs. So my dad and my mom both have been business owners their whole lives, and have always had that hustle in them to start something on their own. When I was in high school, a couple of buddies of mine and myself, we started this t-shirt business. We just started, we started a brand, and we wanted to give back to the World Wildlife Fund and support, saving the animals. And that's what we did. We gave 10% back of everything we made. And that was our first business. We were juniors in high school, and we just kind of put something together and got started. After that, we transitioned and we started this small advertising agency, which we kind of ran through college. But it was 3 years ago when we got this cold email from Michigan, and we decided that it was time for us to pursue cannabis. So my dad forwards this email to me, and we read it over, and we're like, wow, this looks like a great opportunity. we're super excited about it. So we fly out to Michigan and we take a look. But unfortunately, at that time, things didn't really click for us. It wasn't the best opportunity for us, perhaps. So we kept looking and we went to other states. And when we kind of got tired of looking around and nothing really seemed to fit, Oklahoma talked about legalizing medical marijuana here. So we've always had businesses in Oklahoma, and it was an easy transition for us to kind of get here. And that's kind of how we got started.
Did you have hookah shops before the legal smoke shops?
Yeah, we had smoke shops. So we had a smoke shop here, just the one.
Nice.
And then when legalization happened, we were able to expand with that and kind of hop on the green rush.
Yeah, the green rush. It is. It's like green gold. That's what it is. That's awesome, because you've really been busting knuckles up there in the last 3 years. Like, no kidding. Like, to really expand 20 locations and have grows and have them legal and going through all the compliance. I mean, it's no easy feat, right? Like, it's like, yeah, it's legal, but the government is regulating it to a point where it keeps a retailer really in, tight wraps, right? Mm-hmm. So you got to follow all the protocols. So with all that being said, I mean, how do you really stay up on top of that? Do you have good mentors? You have good coaches? You have consultants? You have like a team of people that are like, look, here's the
all of the above
legislation, all of the above. Okay.
All of the above. I've always had a great mentor. When my first mentor was someone I worked with, my first job, I had this an internship at a private equity firm, and the person I worked with very closely, he guided me a lot and mentored me a lot, and gave me a lot of great advice, and taught me to do a lot of certain things that I do now, and definitely shaped my personality a lot. And then my next biggest mentor has been my family, my dad. Most importantly, he's worked hard his whole life, and he's always had that hustle in him, and now he's teaching me the things that he learned, maybe not through a formal education, but just through experience of working for the past 2 decades. And that's kind of what keeps you on track and helps you maintain all of these things. With cannabis specifically, you have to have consultants, because we came into the space with little to no knowledge about how the industry works and operates. And we came into this space into a brand new market, which was just legalizing for the first time. So it was our consultants and our attorneys and our team of people that helped us get started, that made sure we were doing things right, made sure we were compliant, that we were producing the way we should, and things of that nature, so we could be successful and build that foundation.
Did you use your digital marketing that you had in college? You had a digital marketing agency. Did you, is that really how you fueled? That was like the engine behind the drive of driving the traffic and getting people to line up at the door? Or was it more just, was that a big thing?
In the beginning, it definitely was. We were able to use the skills we'd learned, and my friends and my partners helped me the whole way. If we needed a website, we could make it. If we needed to post on social media, we had the experience on what works and what doesn't. So we leveraged that. And in the beginning, that was a huge push for us. We did a massive billboard campaign the first year. We had over 20 billboards in the Tulsa area, all geared towards bringing in traffic, and it definitely paid off.
Oh, that's what's up. So yeah, audience, billboard traffic. Take it lightly. Yeah, that's like an investment. Put it right on the highway, the exit, where you at, right? Yeah. And you probably have like an amazing, actually, we'll get to that on your website, because you got the text. Just think if you put that on a billboard, just text, Nirvana, and, get your best deal of the day. Exactly. That's chill. So, with all the stress and all the pressures and, being able to get up every morning and, take care of 150 people as staff, and making sure you got all the inventory and everything's like all dialed in like a well-oiled machine. But you also need to be able to do that, right? So what do you do to fine tune yourself as the, big boss running things over there?
Well, cannabis helps, right? definitely helps. But more than that, I try to, your personal health, your mental health is also super important. You've got to take care of yourself, or you won't be able to take care of the things you need to take care of. So personally, yoga, meditation, 2 of those things are super important for me. I'm also a pretty big runner. I love to run, and that kind of calms my mind. So every day I try to run a couple of miles if I can, or at least have some sort of physical activity, and then eat healthy, because these are the things that, you have to have good fuel to be able to have good performance.
Yeah, because that's no easy feat. I mean, you're hopping around, right? You like on one location, two location, three location, five, all day long, right? Like moving and shaking. Sometimes you got to harvest. Sometimes you got to pack. Sometimes you're extracting. Sometimes I mean, you got to be in like 50 places, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing. I'm really impressed because it's one of the hardest business and being in all three of the major areas within it, not just retail. You guys do the whole life cycle of
cultivation and manufacturing and making edibles and vapes and all sorts of stuff. Yeah, we do it all.
Nice. Well, that's impressive. So let's get to the business because we heard a lot about you, and I'm really impressed as such a young entrepreneur and really thriving and jiving and doing some good things. But let's look at what you're doing here on Nirvana-dispensary.com. Check it out, and that's what we're going to do right now. And he's going to tell us where all the good is and see what kind of premium cannabis deals that we have for the holidays, because some of us might want some pumpkin pie with a little bit of extra in it. No, I'm just kidding. Do you guys do tincture?
We do.
Oh, nice. So that's bomb. So let's check out deals. What kind of deals you got going on this holiday
season?
Our
Halloween deals up, but next week, right before Thanksgiving, the Thanksgiving ones will be posted, and there should be almost 3 or 4 dozen deals on there.
Nice. So 3-4 dozen deals. And you know what? I mean, if you're not in Oklahoma, you can still support the cause, but no, they're not mailing out any doobies or anything. So don't get all excited. But they do have a free text program, right? We could, you can text, what's up?
They can stay up to date, get the daily deals. And if they're ever in Oklahoma and they've got their medical card, then we'd love to have them stop by.
Oh, that's what's up. Yeah. So join Nirvana. You text join Nirvana at 539-292-1751, and you'll get all the daily deals and updates for Nirvana cannabis. So that's amazing. So let's talk about your giving back, because you guys give back in the community, which is a great thing, because pain is a beep, and a lot of people need relief. So do you guys have CBD, or how's that work?
Yeah, we carry CBD at all of our locations.
Nice. And do you guys have a lot of medical clients?
Well, this is a medical only state, so all of our customers
I'm from Oregon. Whoops.
Have a medical card.
I'm from Oregon, so we come from the more liberal states. Everything's legal there now. But okay, so you guys are doing it this big with the luckies that actually get their medical marijuana card, which is what I had when I had 2 major back surgeries. I had a hemilectomy and a discectomy, and that gave me the legal right to have my own card. So before it was legal in Oregon, I had my own card.
Wow.
And that was like maybe 9 years ago, and I had my own plant. So because of CBD, and that wasn't all real common knowledge, but if you don't want to take Vicodin and Percocet and all these other inhibiting horrible narcotics for pain and inflammation among whatever else, like steroids and things, then you might want to invest in some CBD. So do you guys sell CBD over the internet?
We do not.
Okay. So your retail options are a little more
brick and mortar.
In-house.
Yeah.
In-house. Word.
Right.
Okay. So let's talk about what the best thing is about what you're doing. Let's look at the news. You guys have been in the news. You've been published several times. You've been doing a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
So what are some of your best accomplishments that you feel like you guys have that people really need to know about the mark that you're making in the world right now?
It's kind of tough to say what the best ones are, but we love, we're a diverse company and we love giving back. We support the local police, fire, and EMS, and we love supporting our patients that definitely maybe sometimes can't afford the medication they need. So we create programs to where if RSO can be a real asset for cancer patients. So we create incentives for cancer patients to be able to come get penny RSO so that they can medicate and take care of themselves. But we just like to do anything we can to give back and support our local community.
That's amazing. And because you guys need it. And even now that it's just, legal to medically, like, thank God for that, because I mean, the people need it, get off
And
the
our state has
narcotics.
struggled with an opioid epidemic and with narcotics and abuse of substances. So cannabis legalization here has definitely helped people ease off of those other narcotics and substances and use something that maybe doesn't have side effects or as many side effects for them, and is something more natural.
Yeah. And that's what's really important. We need to focus on really actually the medical benefit. I mean, we're not talking about, just this isn't about, rolling blunts and stuff. But it's really about, providing, providing the product to the people that really need it. And I love that's what y'all are doing there. And so let's talk about, upcoming events and anything that you would like the younger entrepreneur group, or maybe even like senior entrepreneurs are like, hey, you know what? I want to invest in cannabis. Like, what would you tell yourself now that you would like 3 years ago?
It's not what it all seems. It's definitely not. Before we got into the industry, you look at other cannabis entrepreneurs, and it looks like it's a lot of fun. You're just selling weed all the time, and it's a very relaxed and easy job. Or I think there's like a kind of a Hollywood pair of lenses to it, but it's actually a lot tougher than that. And it's like running any other business. It requires hard work, and you have to know what you're doing and make the right decisions. And a lot of it can be boring sometimes. It can be the nitty gritty stuff that you may not want to do, but it's part of it.
Yeah.
So having that tenacious mindset and just kind of pushing through and persevering is what it's going to take to be a successful entrepreneur in any industry, and specifically in cannabis.
True that. Like, yeah, it's no magic carpet, right? It's not rainbows and unicorns everywhere and peppermint bark, I mean,
Yeah.
it's like, sounds good, but yeah, you really are doing it. And, the state and the federal guidelines are strict, and I know how complicated it is, and compliance is a real pain in the bee. So, it's important that, people know that when you get into this field, that it's a dedicated, and you're dedicated to the success of all that. So props to that, man. And are you guys having peppermint bark this holiday season?
Well, you can make your own at home with some chocolates that we sell. We sell these sunrise bars, and they've got 1,000 and 500 and 100 milligrams THC in it. So you can use that to make your own at home.
I love that, but you can't ship it. We got to drive over and get it home.
Gonna be in Oklahoma, yeah.
All right, but that's a great idea. So yeah, like it's been amazing, Arshad, seriously. And I want you to have the floor. I want you to get your message out there. I mean, what is it that you guys truly, know your mission is to really help people with pain and get people the medicine they need, get them lifted, get them, out of that stranglehold. And with your smoke shops, is that just hookah?
No, it's all sorts of papers and water pipes and vaporizers and other accessories that you can use to consume cannabis.
Oh, got it. Okay, so it's a full smoke shop. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Is there anything that you want to talk about and let people know, like, what the real message of Nirvana? I mean, is it about, elevating and lifting yourself, like the 150 people that you have on staff, the diverse amount of people, that the community that you're building actually within your business is really amazing. And, to come be a part of your team, like anything that like really resonates with you?
Well, we just want to create an organization and a community that has a positive impact in the world. Obviously it's a business, everyone wants to make money, and that's great. But if you can do something good while making money, if you can help people while doing that, and if you can create some sort of positive impact out of that, then there's nothing better than that. And we're excited to be a part of that journey and that change that's coming, especially with the legalization of cannabis.
Yeah, amen to that. That's what's up, man. Thanks a lot, Arshad. I really appreciate your time. I know you're doing a ton of things there, and I want to let you get back to your people. And I know they need your help there. So I won't keep you too long. And I know my audience is like just happy that you could log on and let us know really what it's about, as you know, really being in the field, managing that many locations. I mean, we could get into KPIs, we could get into revenue streams, we could get into top line, we could get into optimizing balance sheets and how you get the funding, and really get into like the key things that I know you're super good at. But yeah, maybe we could save that for another show, because I
Sure.
think right now it's about really just letting people know that you're out there, that your product is impeccable, it's amazing, and you guys are really moving and shaking. Do you have a couple new locations anywhere coming out in new
We're
states or
looking at
anything?
expanding into different states. Absolutely. We're looking at a couple of different ones right now, East and West Coast. So as those things kind of materialize and come to light, I'd love to talk about them and share some more about them. Yeah.
Yeah, and we'd love to have you on our masterminds, because really that's no easy feat. Like you got to have some serious systems and some teamwork and agility to be able to manage that many people and that many places. So I really think that you could be a valuable insight to the entrepreneur community, especially in Oregon, because there's like 2 dispensaries on every street.
Yeah.
Okay, they're blown up. So you're actually lucky because you're getting in on the other side where it's not monopolized as much, because it's not as legal. So there's not as much competition. So you
Right.
can dominate before everyone comes out with it. So I'm really happy that you're getting your feet on the ground and you got an amazing foundation. You guys are doing so well, because I can only support that for people that are suffering from pain, cancer. The CBD helped me so much. Instant pain relief, more so than anything else that I was prescribed ever in regards to back pain and inflammation, and just so I
Yeah.
always support it. I Plus I'm an Oregonian, so I was always raised with a bunch of hippies anyway, so it's all cool. um, but yeah, man, thanks a lot for your time. And
Yeah. Thanks so much.
do you have any last words from your mentors, or side thoughts, words of advice? Believe in yourself, keep moving, don't look back, kind of stuff.
All of the above.
Okay. Yeah. Sweet, dude. All right. Well, let's keep in touch, and we'll bring you back on and we'll talk more about the business infrastructure stuff, the stuff that really matters. Maybe get you to help, shed some light, because a lot of people are struggling in the business, and you guys are an awesome, um, example of doing it right.
Absolutely. I'd love to join again.
Yay. All right. Well, chat soon. And everyone out there, check out Nirvana-dispensary.com. Tulsa, Oklahoma in the house. Hey.